Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. And today being Wednesday, it is a dear Bunmi day. Right. Chinedu was supposed to have been here, and he called me this morning and bust my bubble. But our good friend the Stallion now showed up. Morning, Stallion.
Good morning.
Adiola Bankole in the house.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Okay, let's get down to business because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 issues. There's one, how can I handle my friend's affair with my wife? I think we've read this. This has come up about 2 or 3 times. If Auntie Bunmi is listening, this has been treated extensively. Another one, she expected more expensive gifts. Is he finding it hard to be friends? Okay, that's another one. Accused of marrying her for her money. Okay, he wants to eat his cake and have it. And I'll also add, keep it in the fridge. Just how often should you forgive an erring partner? Let's start with, which one should we start with?
He wants to eat his cake and have it. He wants to eat his cake and have it.
Okay, that's Miriam. Miriam says that I'm a lawyer and I've practiced for years up north where I met my current husband. He came on transfer from his company to set up a branch office and we got married legally after courting for a year. He later came back to Lagos and asked me to join him. I wound up my practice and put up my house for rent. No sooner did I arrive at his house and I discovered he was already in a relationship with a divorced mother of 2. Are you?
In a relationship.
Yes. He told his wife to calm down to join him. On getting there, she discovered that he was already in a relationship with a divorced mother of 2. She was really shocked and bitter when she saw me. Did she give notice when she was coming? What's more, the 2 of us were obviously pregnant and they have a bad boy, sharpshooter. This is an Osime. a Yekini. My husband told her in my presence. The bobo, I'm surprised he didn't run through the window. He told her in my presence that he loved us both. But she wasn't having any of it. How can you love the 2 of us? Oh, Yarini. Unfortunately, she lost her baby through a miscarriage because of all the stress, and I had a little girl. I'm fed up with the whole situation as my husband confessed he couldn't do without this other woman as it helped and cared for him. I gave up a fairly lucrative practice to be with him. For what? He says he still loves me and this other woman. Well, I don't boss.
So is he married to this? It's just
he's married to Miriam. He's married to Miriam, but he also had a relationship, and he told the 2 of them. The 2 of them were together like this. He cannot
do with. Yes, I know. But was he in a relationship with this woman before he married Miriam?
We don't know. We are not told. It was when she got to Lagos that he discovered that there's another woman and she's pregnant. So and he told the 2 of them in their presence that he cannot. So what should this Miriam do? Remember, she's giving up her practice.
That's what I was going to say. That it's just unfortunate she already packed up her practice. The best thing would just have been she should leave him.
But she's the one who is married. Why should be the one to leave? She should be the one to leave.
She's the one that is married, but he's not willing to leave the other woman.
Did you hear when Yeni Kuti said in an interview, which I still saw for the umpteenth time, and she said, "I cannot leave my husband because because he has another woman." Yeah. That her mom was married to her dad, but her dad one time married 27 wives. She did not leave. Yes. This thing is live and let live, Stallion.
But she's saying she's fed up now. She's saying she's fed up.
So what should she do?
She should leave since she's fed up. That means she can't cope
With the two of them?
Yeah, she says she's fed up, so she should leave. It's a different thing.
Can you name one woman who is married to a Nigerian man that doesn't have the problem of another woman? Either known or unknown.
There will be.
Can you name one?
I can't name them on the radio now, but there will be.
Okay.
There will be. But she is saying she's fed up. That is the reason I said she should leave.
So if she wasn't fed up, it would have been.
And she wouldn't have
they will all live happily ever after.
She wouldn't have written to Auntie Bunmi if she wasn't fed up. She would just have continued life.
See what Auntie Bunmi, Auntie Bunmi, that this is what she wrote here is very bad, very very bad. And in support of the men, I will not read this one. 020127709993. 0201465719. You can put in a call, and I won't read what Auntie Bunmi said, but Auntie Bunmi was very angry. It would be one. She's very angry. So you suggest that she leaves?
Since she's fed up.
Is it possible to love two people at the same time?
I don't think it's possible. Like she said, he wants to eat his cake and still have it. It's not possible now. It's not. I don't think it's possible.
I'm reading what Auntie Bunmi said there. Is very, very
And because he's selfish now. So
you think he's selfish?
Yes.
But what if genuinely? Wait a minute, Deola, aka Stallion. You gave yourself the name. What if in reality the man cannot do without the two of them?
Komukolo, you know what they say? Komukolo. It's not possible that he loves the two of them. That one I don't believe.
Because you're a woman.
It's not possible. Okay, can a woman love two men?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not possible, Uncle Jimmy. It's not possible. You can't split the affection or the passion in your heart into two. That means you're not giving one person a whole.
Well, I think love also implies exclusivity. So I might tend to agree with you.
It's not possible.
But okay, so it could be that you love one,
and
you are.
Yeah.
Because one thing he said was that he can't leave her because she had helped and cared for him. So did his wife help and care for him?
Okay. Is he saying now that it's just a compensation for the other woman being with her?
I suspect that there's an economic benefit. Okay, maybe she's helping him with his business, she's giving him contacts.
And then he should just have stayed with her. That means he doesn't truly love her. If all those are in place, then he should just have stayed with her, not go and marry another woman.
Okay, let's go to a safer one, because what Auntie Bunmi should I read? I should read it.
Read it.
I don't like to read what Auntie Bunmi has written. Read. Okay, see what Auntie Bunmi said. Look, she said that your husband is obviously conceited, self-deluding, and confused. Maybe confused. I don't know about being conceited. He had no right to lure you into this tragedy. To satisfy his need for companionship, sex, and status, he has deceived and badly hurt two women he claims he loves.
He's selfish now.
He's going to lose both of them. At this rate. This is the behavior of a selfish man. She called him a liar and a fraud.
You see?
And you have no business hanging around while he humiliates you with another woman. Cut loose from this self-serving, greedy, and manipulative man and make fresh starts with your daughter. You are a successful professional, and if you could return to the north where you were once well established and contented, why don't you? Do you agree with that?
I agree.
But Auntie was I want to you now.
You know, it's a different story if you have a wife and you are taking a second one. You tell her, especially if you're a Muslim, it's allowed. You tell her, I'm taking a second wife.
The notable Muslim that you and I know, he keeps saying that he's not going to take one.
It's good for him.
He's not around, so we can't ask him.
It's good for him because even
so if you want to take a second wife, you should tell your wife. How do you tell her? Do you wake up in the middle of the
Am I
night?
a man?
Do you send her a mail,
Even in the Quran,
an
it says
SMS,
you
or do you
should-
put it on Facebook?
He says you should love them equally. You still can't do that. So what he is doing, the person we are talking about, is the perfect thing. If you don't want this woman again, leave her and go and be with the woman you want to be with. But you can't stay in between.
Okay, let's this one is too complicated, so let's just leave it at that. But let's quickly go to Godson. Godson, accused of marrying her for money. I'm a qualified accountant from a humble background and in love with a silver spoon girl, babe. We have a happy relationship and we are thinking of getting married. The problem is, other people seem not to approve. I have been accused of being a parasite because I'm marrying somebody rich. Most of the time, I struggle with this hostility, but it gets to me at times. Why can't I be left alone to enjoy what seems to be a good life? There's this Ebenezer Obey song. I think it's the song of Kete Kete. Okay, that says that you can't satisfy everybody in life. So, my advice to Godson would be just, if you know,
Live your life.
but be very careful though. I hope you are marrying this woman for a more genuine reason than the fact that it's a silver spoon. Meanwhile, if you are marrying her because it's a silver spoon, admit to yourself and be ready. Be ready for the consequences of you coming from a humble background and marrying a silver spoon. Do you recommend that a humble background man should marry a silver spoon woman?
I don't recommend, but there are always exceptions to these rules. It may be difficult. At the same time, there are those that can make it work. The woman has a silver spoon or gold spoon.
Yes.
Does not determine the character that she will display in the house. That might make the man feel insecure.
Yeah.
So the character, the two
But
characters.
aren't you supposed to be of like minds and maybe like backgrounds? I think it helps.
Yes,
I think it helps because you can already see that this gentleman has a complex. So there's a problem already.
That's what.
And he has to now go and send an email to bunsof@yahoo.co.uk to ask. It shows that his mind itself is not stable.
Yeah, insecurity.
It's a terrible situation to be in.
But why is it a problem if the woman is the one with the silver spoon, and not if the coin was flipped and the man is the one with the silver spoon? Why is it not so much? People will still talk, but why is it not so much of a problem that the woman will be feeling insecure because the man is the one with the silver spoon?
I think that's the way of the world. I think there's something at the back of people's minds
that the man has to be
in Nigeria, that the man has to be better off. Maybe not necessarily richer, but maybe it helps if the man is ahead of the woman. I think that's some thinking. I don't believe in that. But then again, people say me, I'm an Igbo man, so that's I don't believe in all these things. It doesn't matter to me. But you have to have a particular mindset to be able to live through all that. Because what happens is that everything, if you as much as get home one day and your food is cold, okay, your thinking will go far beyond. You understand that? Okay, so you can now call in 0201-277-0993 and 0201-465-7190, and we will take your views. It's 9:19. Let me go on. So what do we tell this guy, Godson?
The way he's talking, as if he's not even sure of himself.
Should he go and look for somebody within his somebody within his?
I do. He should work on himself.
Can you work on yourself with this kind of thing? Okay, we have a caller there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle JD. Good morning to your guest as well.
Morning.
Good morning.
This is Uvoli calling from Ikorodu. Uncle JD, I want to comment on the first story.
Yeah, you can.
Thank you for reading Auntie Bunmi's response. God will bless her.
Amen.
We're all waiting for that response. Uncle JD,
What?
at the end of the day. That man was not only selfish, he was conceited at the same time. I pack up everything I'm doing where I am. You sent me to come over, and only for me to come over.
Yes.
See, Uncle JD, what that man felt was just a transient feeling for this other lady. The woman was not there. That was why this other lady was filling in the gap. And then the next thing, you impregnate her. Okay, so why are you telling me to come over? That is just selfishness, as far as I'm concerned. And you asked the question, if we can point to anybody that is not having woman issues with the man in it, I will point to myself, Uncle JD.
No, we don't allow self-pointing. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
We don't allow self-pointing. Can you point to yourself? Who else? Who else am I talking to?
We don't allow self-pointing.
We don't allow self-pointing. Stephen.
I trust my own man. That's just
all right. Thank you. Intrekedi. You know what intrekedi means?
I don't know.
You know what intrekedi means?
I don't know.
Intrekedi means in Efik we shall see.
How do you know?
What do you mean? How do I know? I know what I know. I know what I know. Stephen says that she should leave now that he has the strength to walk and build her life back. That is what Stephen has sent to me. Thanks for yesterday. No, this is a personal. Somebody was thanking me for yesterday. Okay, can we take a fresh one? 9:21. No, do we have another caller? Let's take it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. Good evening.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yes, I would like to remain anonymous, sir.
Just go on.
What is surprising me is that I don't know why we are removing God out of everything in our life, especially marriage.
Okay.
Marriage.
Okay.
Because the first marriage was conducted by God, and God just joined them together. Even with that, whatever happened, even after the woman has given the man the forbidden fruit, everything, the man did not quarrel with the woman. They were together.
Okay.
That is what God has joined together.
Okay.
Then another thing is that and when God created them, He created them woman and man. And He doesn't join two women together with a man. He joined one man with one woman.
Yes.
Why are we mistaking and doing all this mistake every time? But how can a man marry two? You can't practice any love in the midst of two women. It's not possible. For the lawyer woman, I'm very sorry for her, but something will happen in future because the woman will still leave the man because she can't help it.
Which woman will still leave with the man?
Like that. I mean the lawyer woman.
Oh, okay.
She will still leave. And for the humble man that came from a very humble background and say you want to marry a woman with a silver spoon, he has to wash it very well. So that he won't regret in future.
Why do you think he will regret?
Because these people that are born with a silver spoon, they are always, sorry to say, they are always arrogant. Because they always believe you marry them because of the wealth of their parents.
So therefore, make everybody they should marry rich people, and the poor people should marry themselves.
Yes, God can rise the poor people to become rich.
He can also make the rich people to become poor now.
No, that if you rich people become poor, that's a very big. It's actually something. No, Uncle Jimmy, please don't pray for that. You are getting old.
I did not pray for. I did not pray. Did I tell you? Okay, so if I want to marry now, am I rich spoon, silver spoon, or what am I? Or am I poor, whatever? Stallion, tell me.
No self-pointing.
I'm asking you to tell me about me. You can't tell about you. Tell me about me.
I think silver, gold, silver.
I'm silver spoon.
Yeah, silver.
So I should go and look for another silver spoon.
No. For you, because of your age, don't go and look for another silver spoon.
What should I look for?
Look for somebody from a humble background now. Who will inherit the silver spoon? Who will inherit the silver spoon?
The silver liabilities. I don't know about silver spoon. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
We are in a time where people yearn for information.
Information is quick. The larger the reach, the better.
Bits,
pieces,
and the whole. all the details right here on Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. Stay one step ahead with Nigeria Info.
From the biggest stories,
Trends and conversations.
let's talk.
Touch that dial. More talk, news, and sports after this.
Hey, rewards don't land. When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes and call
3% cash back.
Now so smart cash back don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash Cashback Reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cashback, or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cashback sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No dull yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today. Terms and conditions dey sha.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Bro, how I could take level up now? Now your handy day. How I could take enjoy VVIP treatment? Now your handy day. To win big on call, now your handy day. With BetKing Virtuals, every game fit make you hit jackpot. You go chop life tire. The power to win bigger day your hands. Download the BetKing app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy 100 Naira instant bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Janet, what be this way you buy?
Now oil we are going to use cook now.
Unbranded oil we dem put for bottle.
Something when na shikini money and it do me wella.
Hey, Janetty, make you remember say I wolf the wrong belle.
Which one make I come buy?
Now Devon King's oil. Now correct oil, fortified with vitamin A.
Now correct choice for me and my family.
Yes, now you fit buy the one where your money reach and enjoy tasty meals.
True talko, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, wella.
Now so, my correct friend. Devon Kings, taste where they bring people together. You fit find them for any store around you.
Remember, my children, we are blessed twice.
How, Mommy?
Once when Allah enables us to give, and again when we see the joy in others' eyes.
At Spar Market, we honor the double blessings of Eid al-Kabir. Enjoy up to 50% off on our special festival selection, making your sharing more special. Visit any Spar Market store nationwide from May 30th to June 8, 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Spar Market, there for you.
Success is like an aeroplane. You only see the graceful flight high up in the sky, but not the roaring powerful engines propelling it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done, funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as Value Card, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com. Unified Payments, unifying businesses for people.
Hello, Mrs. Martins.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Johnson, how may I help you?
Junior's body temperature is high and he's complaining about headaches and body aches.
Not to worry. Get Bruston and suspension.
Okay, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston and suspension for children is a sweet-tasting brand of ibuprofen which provides relief against toothache, pains, and fever in children after 30 minutes.
Hello, ma. Oh, Junior, stop that.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, ma. Junior is fine now. In fact, Junior, sorry ma, I'll call you back.
Brusting and suspension for children. Always take the product after meal. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor. A quality product from Rambaxay.
There is something about good news. You can't keep it to yourself.
Guys, it has finally happened.
There is something about joy. You can't keep it to yourself. And there is something about the rich taste of Lipton. You can't keep it to yourself.
When you get something you enjoy, you share. Lipton Yellow Label. Tea so good, you want to share.
Oh, what did they happen now? No bonus for all my line. No panic, as MTN don't carry better gist come. Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiam to enter MTN better gist. Dial *123 *2 *1 hash or text BG to 312. T and C's apply.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is Daily Digest with Jimi Disu.
All right, so you welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Today being Wednesday, it's a Dear Bunmi Day. Leon, some people are asking for your phone number. I want you to give your phone number so they can call to give you the assignment I gave to you. I want Nigerians to beg you to fulfill that assignment.
You may call.
Yeah, you walk off. Okay, we are going to deviate a bit from Auntie Bunmi's column to a story that I found. We didn't get to read it this morning, so I thought I'd bring it up because it's very important. This story is from the Daily Trust, and it says a man is in court for allegedly posting his girlfriend's nude picture. That is a new, clear and present danger that especially young people are facing, the danger of the camera. And the story says that the man is 26 years old. He was arraigned in Yagoku for allegedly cyberstalking his girlfriend. The prosecutor said that he posted the nude photos of his 24-year-old girlfriend on Snapchat and other social media platforms. They alleged that the defendant posted the video of with the intention to injure her reputation and expose her to hatred, contempt, and ridicule. The defendant pleaded not guilty and he was given bail in the sum of 1 million naira. I just want to use this opportunity to, again, I think I've said this 1,001 times, we need to be very, very careful with the people we hang around with these days. We need to be absolutely careful. Let me remind you of a story that happened not too long ago, maybe a year or two, where an engineer, I think he was a graduate of engineering, was dating the daughter of a former deputy governor, killed the girl for ritual purposes, and buried the girl in his bedroom. Now, unfortunately, he didn't know that when we talk about going 6 feet down, there's a purpose to it. If you don't bury somebody all the way down, the smell is going to come up, and that's exactly what happened. On the third day, the smell was all over the place. And, of course, he was caught, and I think he has been found guilty. I don't know what has subsequently happened to him. You also remember the gentleman I brought to the studio to talk about cameras, how people have cameras, and the kind of pranks that are played. Name it. Then I told you about hidden cameras in hotels everywhere, how people also make money from videos of this and that and that and this in porn sites and so on and so on and so forth. So I thought I would read this story and to stress that we need to be very, very careful. My suspicion is that maybe this lady, are you listening, Deola? Maybe this lady at some point had said she was no longer interested in this guy, and they wanted to use that to blackmail her. We should also know that this trick that we do about posting people's nudes on in the media and social media and whatever, it comes with some punishment. Unfortunately, the story talks about contravening provisions of the criminal code, but it doesn't talk about the likely sentence should the man be found guilty. I wonder what you think.
I think even if it wasn't in the law,
if it's not a criminal offense,
yes. Now, seeing what it's doing to
people,
it should be written.
No, it's against the law. There are provisions of the law,
and there are a lot of things. I think is childish. If somebody is not interested in you, there's nothing you can do. So why do you want to go and start posting? And also, you did when you were vulnerable with each other.
I'd also have you know that for some it's economic, because apparently if you are able to upload these videos, I think it's about $1,000 or so that they get paid in the porn sites.
There's even this dark web. What do they call it?
Yes.
Where they hunt for things like this. But why do you want to get in that? Isn't that mental because for me, I don't think if you're in your right senses, you want to do things like that and put it on the public. And I don't believe all the people who do those things have their brains intact. It's a different thing if you have a personal kinky that is between you and your partner, but now uploading it for the whole world to see.
Well, it would appear that those personal kinky stuff might be, you would have to be a bit more careful, because when the tables are turned, it could be turned against you.
And that's why I'm saying that if you're in your right senses, why do you want to expose what you do when both of you are vulnerable with each other to the whole world to see? And I think it's also because those things that used to be sacred are no longer sacred. Everything is now content. Everything is now I need money.
If you per adventure go to the sites, because in the course of one's job, one are allowed to do that, you will know that our society has a very big problem. I read somewhere, I don't know if it's true, in the social media, you have to be very careful, that in Texas, for example, in Texas, in the United States of America, you will not be able to access porn sites there, because we must bring some. I'm surprised Nigeria is so liberal. If you know the amount of Nigerian porn sites that we have now, they have almost outdone all that you had in the Western world. And if you see the kind of things that you see there from adults, matured women, even in TikTok, when you hear, you see otherwise matured women speak foul language, dancing and shaking there. What is it about a woman's bum that is so special?
I wouldn't know.
It's lost value.
That's what I'm saying.
The body. I'm not against women. Don't get me wrong, because a man's body is inconsequential, really. But it's lost that value that you would have, both by the way a woman dresses these days, go to parties half naked, and so you begin to wonder, what is this evil thing that has befallen us? Do you, for example, think that the devil is in the detail?
Oh yes, and he's working overtime. That's why I said things that used to be considered sacred are no longer sacred. Yes, and he's working overtime. I see some things. I just send a message to my sister and say, this guy is working overtime. The devil is working overtime, because there are some things that if you want to you want your brain to explain it to you, you might run mad. Because you'll be wondering, why do you... There's no justification for it. There is none.
Well, some might attribute it to economic circumstances, There's this thing that there seems to be this thing that anything goes. If you try to make that's the effects of poverty. That that anything goes. It doesn't matter which way you make the money, but anything goes when it's time to make that money.
The society is crumbling. I don't want to say it has crumbled. It's crumbling. And what we see now is you must have money.
Yeah.
There is no dignity in hard work anymore. The work, we don't even have it. There are lots of people who want to work. They don't get it. Or they are pushed to a corner. And they have to do things they don't want to do. Or things they wouldn't do ordinarily. Just because they want to.
Do you have an understanding of what it is that can push people to the extreme? Because some of the things I've seen, I've said, wow. Some of the things that you won't even believe people would do with a gun pointed to their head, they're ready to do supposedly just to earn a living and make money.
Uncle Jimmy, we all have different thresholds.
Yeah. And you remember the famous phrase that may our loyalties not be tested. Loyalty is not just to human beings,
to
yes. Religion, to whatever, yeah.
We all have different thresholds. And then we don't know the shoes in which some people are walking before they make the decisions or they make the choices they make. And money, you see, even the Bible says money answereth all things. Money makes life easier. Some people, what they do is a response to trauma. You don't know. It's a response to trauma. It's not them. They don't even know what they are doing. But unfortunately, in this part of the world, we all put everything under one umbrella. We all have moral standards that we believe we all have to live by. It's a good thing that there's a moral standard, but at the same time, some of these things are just response to trauma or a cry for help or the threshold, like what you said, may our loyalty not be tested. You've been pushed to a corner. There's nowhere else to go. Is it just this? Some people will do it once and then they walk away from it.
Once you've done it once, you're good to go.
Yes, some people will do it once, they will walk away from it. They will be sober, they will have regrets. Some have done it, what else is left? They continue to do it. So all these things might just be
if you've participated in a porn, whatever it is, you're good to go.
Exactly. There's nothing else.
Might as well go the whole hog.
There's nothing else.
But our society is unforgiving. There's a famous porn star who recently gave her life to Christ, and instead of people to have an understanding, she became the butt of jokes of what do they call this? What do we call the podcasts? Whatever. All these people have all the content creators, whatever. And she became the butt of jokes, and some even raised a conversation around her to the extent that I was shocked. One day I opened my TikTok and there was a content creator with the lady's photograph and was asking questions. Please call in and say whether you would marry or you would allow your son to marry this person. People are so unforgiving. Because
we have this moral umbrella that we want to keep everybody under. It's good to have moral standards, but at the same time, when you break people's character into pieces, there are things you might find that even you, if you were thrown into that situation, you don't know what you can do. I'm not making... Maybe because I've been to hell and back, and I've seen a lot of things.
When you say you've been to hell and back, is it that
yes,
you had done something?
No. I mean, I have...
Can you give us a link to?
So you see people just fall around you, people that you wouldn't believe. So we have different thresholds for certain things. Some people, like I said, it's just a response to trauma. Some is just they are against the wall. There's nowhere else to go to, and what they want, they are running away from. By the time they turn around, they fall into it. Some are able to walk away after that first ditch. Some, what is left, they keep digging and still keep going. So it's good to have morals, and at the same time, I think we need help. That is something our society we don't look at. We just keep everything under sin, and we nail people to the cross more than we help them to heal.
Well, there was a story this morning. Unfortunately, I don't have the story here now, but there's a story that the Lagos State government has put some certain monies aside to help people. I will dig out the story and dig out the connect and make sure I read it to you. I think you can get help up to, I think, about 250,000 or so if you have a project that I think is worth supporting. Now, I will advise very strongly that you do your homework before you make that approach. We will make efforts to bring the convener. They have a DG or whatever who is in charge of that area. We hope that it's not just political, and for who you know. We'll give them a test case. Maybe we'll get about 5-6 people, put their names forward and see whatever happens and follow it up with that. It's unfortunate what you said. And I've had people call me. We haven't eaten for 2-3 days. What do you think one can do under such a circumstance? Because one thing about the social media is once you put a step in, it can never be erased. Never. It will be shown to your children, your children's children, name it. It will be there and it will be stuck there. So how does one face that kind of challenge?
Well, depending on what it is. Depending on what it is. I've been telling, let me just give you an example. I've told my child, all these nude pictures that you're talking about, I've told her, there is nothing in this life, number one, that is worth taking your life for. You know, all these people, all this sextortion, or what do they call it? There's nothing like, if anybody tells you, I'll do this, give me money, come to your mother. If they say they want to, let them post it now. You still have me. There are things that people don't know that is working, the unseen situations that we really can't talk about, or we don't know. We don't know the details. Like I said, some people still want to work. They don't have the jobs. Look at factories closing down in Nigeria now. The people that are supposed to help us, they are putting the money in private pockets. Those are the people, like I always tell people, they've turned all our girls to prostitute. Even the boys are prostituting.
Yes.
So the people that are supposed to help us, they are not even helping. And they have the money. They need it. So what should they do? So most people, they are backed against the wall. Is this what you are saying will happen? I've known somebody that was any party. She doesn't know anybody there. She will go. She will go and dance. She just will spray her money. At least they will eat.
They will eat, yes. You have a lot of that. Sometimes you can even go to a laundry, rent the clothes, dress properly, with rented clothes.
Yes, you look.
There's been incidents of once or twice where people see their clothes on other people. And you wonder. And we have a call. We have a call there because we're going to shut down any minute from now. Hello, good morning. Hello. There's a call. There was a call. We lost it. Okay. All right. So.
Say there's one.
There's one. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimi.
Morning.
Yeah, this is Moses calling from Lekki.
Morning, Moses.
First, Uncle Jimi, I have always wondered what does he have? When a man is wealthy, he can marry anybody from anywhere. Nobody will read anything to it. But when a woman is wealthy and a man wants to marry, the whole meaning of this world will start coming out. I don't understand why. But first, that's why I said a lot of people have failed if it comes to marriage. People don't look out for people's character anymore. If not, you will not be saying, I want to marry a silver spoon, because what you will be going for is the person's attitude. It's not about what they have, because sometimes when you are marrying somebody, it's not because of their money, it's because you want to be with that particular person. And Uncle Jimmy, the truth is extremely bitter. As far as you have gone into porn and you claim say you change, Uncle Jimmy, it's a true question. Shall you go allow your children marry them?
But why should you? 1 second, please. 1 second. Let me correct you on that. We have to be learned to be forgiving as a society. We shouldn't be making fun out of. I don't believe in such things. I never practiced that kind of journalism. That's why I was never involved in junk journalism. It's not fair. Okay, wait. Let me finish. Would you allow your son? The person your son is going to marry and is not on the whatever. Do you know what that person has been up to? We must learn as a society to be forgiven. We must. Some of us do worse. Some of us do worse things than that. So I disagree totally with you, and I was in total disagreement. Why is the self-glorification? When you say, would you allow your son? Wait, I want to finish you.
Do agree
I'm going to slam you.
I agree. Me, I'm forgiving you. But the truth is that whatever you have posted
what is the truth is
pasted,
what is
it has
truth?
been pasted.
What
Uncle
is the
Jimmy,
truth
that
is
is
that?
why you need to always think of things before you do them. Don't do them and
if you
Uncle Jimmy, there is always an implication for anything anybody does.
I'm in agreement with you.
You can't eat your cake and have it.
I'm in agreement with you. I'm in agreement with you, but we must have a forgiving heart and not make
me. I don't. You know, concern me. I don't know before. You don't know me. You know, concern me. I dey live my own life. But the fact is, the fact.
Wait now. Why they pay you like this? Okay. All right, Tiola, we got to go. I still believe that people can trace their steps. Some of the people tell you what they've been. Some people have been involved in murder. What are you saying? One of the pastors or so was a former armed robber. Do you know how many people he killed? If we don't learn to have a forgiving heart, how do we move forward in this society of ours? Diola, we got to go.
Yes, sir.
We got to go. So, we'll see you again, won't we?
You will.
Okay. I'd like to thank the Stallion for, and I'm glad that we veered slightly away from the Dear Bunmi issues into another thing that is just as serious. I'll be back again tomorrow by His grace, 7:30 and at 9 o'clock. Kofi, thank you very much for being with us.
Uncle Jimmy, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
See you next week. See you tomorrow. Sorry. Bye.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.